Assalamu alaikum, good morning. We need to talk. I get comments like this about 50 to 100 every single day. Thousands of men telling me to cover my hair. Please stop. You all say that it's commanded by God, but how certain are you? Because I've done my research. I know the verses by heart. Chapter 24 verse 31. Chapter 33 verse 59. Are you so certain that it's commanded in the Quran? Then convince me. Because I've done my research and it comes down to one single word. Chapter 24 verse 31 that says, use a kimar to cover the chest. And the kimar could mean head cover, but also cover. But if I read it, use kimar to cover chest, the intention is to cover the chest with the kimar. How many times is hair or head mentioned to be covered? 0 times. Convince me otherwise. I believe it doesn't come from the Quran, but from the Hadiths. But I haven't even finished reading the Quran, let alone the Hadiths. The women in the time of the Prophet used the head cover already, but a head cover with the ends to the back. Then when it was commanded to cover the chest, what they did was they took the ends and covered it like this. Problem solved. But listen, I am not going to do something if I don't know why. I said it in my Shahara video. I only listen to God and to my mother. The word of God is in the Quran. My mother is in heaven, but she told me to think for myself. She always said, if everybody jumps from the bridge, will you jump as well? I didn't take the vaccine for COVID. I don't watch mainstream media indoctrination. I don't believe anything what is said to me like that. I think for myself. My intention is to spread the Quran to non-Muslims. It is not my intention to be here sitting chatting with other Muslims. No, my intention is to reach non-Muslims. Look at me. I want people to be able to relate to me and that I can convince them of the truth, or at least convince them to read the Quran. Because I believe if anyone with a monotheist religion, Jews, Catholics, Christians, read the Quran, just like it is said in chapter 2 verse 146, anyone to whom we give the book will recognize it as their own children. I believe that this is the truth. That is my intention. But how am I going to convince people with a mind like that? Oh, why do you wear hijab? Oh, I don't know, everybody else does it. That's not me. That is not me. What I do, the actions that I take, I can defend my decisions with my life. So yeah, worry a bit more about what is commanded to you, because the verse that comes before that, chapter 24 verse 30, is directed to men to lower their gaze. You know how many Muslim men lower their gaze in my presence? 0. And don't come at me with, yeah, but you're told to hide your beauty. Yes, accept what is apparent thereof. Later in the verse, except children who are not yet aware of the nakedness of women. If you come at me with, yeah, but you have to obey the messenger, then let me read what the messenger said. I'm not going to listen to you about what he said. I'm going to read it with my own eyes. So give me a year that I have more knowledge. I am not going to do just because somebody else does it or tells me to do it. If I go to a Muslim country, I will put on a hijab with pleasure. Why? Because it's the concept of modesty. But for any other reason, let me get to understand why. Okay? So like I said, worry a bit more about what is commanded to you and a bit less about my hair, please. Okay, thank you. Bye.